Cannondale Super 6 EVO High Mod 2 in a size 54, weighing 7.21 kilos. And in pounds, 16 pounds on the nose. Stay tuned to after video where you'll free a buy sound test on those wheels right there, the hologram 50s right there. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and today I have for you guys the Cannondale Super 6 EVO High Mod 2 in a size 54. This bicycle comes with Ultegra Di2 12-speed and retails for around $8,300. Their High Mod series is going to be very similar to what they would call an S-Works series bicycle. It used to be their top line carbon until the Lab 71 came out. So this bicycle right here is what used to be their most highest end carbon fiber you can get on a bicycle with Ultegra Di2 for $8,300. It's a bicycle that's going around the internet that's definitely getting a lot of buzz. They have very competitive price points with Ultegra Di2 bikes starting at $5,500 with a little bit cheaper carbon. But it's a bicycle that Cannondale came out, revamped their brand with this lineup for sure by doing some simple changes to it, but created a lot of buzz around the industry. So let's go over this whole entire bicycle, talk about what Cannondale changed for the Super 6 EVO, and then also talk about the specs that come on this bicycle right here. And just before I get into today's video, thank you to Racer's Edge for going ahead and let me do a video on this bicycle. They have this bike in stock and they're now a Cannondale dealer. So if you're looking for a 54 High Mod 2, you guys can come on over here and they should have it in stock. So on the old Super 6 models, they used to have a little bit different for the internal cable routing system in the front head tube area right here. They used to have a proprietary bottom bracket, which I got rid of as well. And they also changed this bicycle to be a little bit more lighter weight and with today's modern trends. They came out with the fork on the normal steer. The forks that everyone has known and loves is usually a circular carbon fiber fork, and the steer will come up and you clamp the bar into there. What Cannondale did that was different, they call it their Delta steer. Their steer now is basically a triangle, boom, boom, boom. And the reason why I did this is because making that circular area into a triangle, you can fit the two hydraulic hoses much easier into the frame. And they said the reason why I did this is that way they can keep the profile for the head tube skinnier to have better aerodynamics, the bearings smaller as well, to make everything more sleek in the front. So they said this front end won't be as bulky as other modern bikes that are out today. So with that Delta steer, it's been out for about a year now. It's been holding on pretty strong. That's what everyone's concerns was. But this is the only bicycle in the industry that has a triangle fork on the front here as well. They also changed on here their bottom bracket system. What used to be a proprietary bottom bracket and their own kind of crank and BB system that they used to have, now they just went back to the industry standard, a BSA threaded bottom bracket. Very easy to find, very easy to work on. You can go into any kind of bicycle shop that's not Cannondale now and get a bottom bracket pretty much replaced. Before, typically only Cannondale dealers would have that stuff in stock. So just a regular threaded bottom bracket on there, which is very nice as well. They also changed up the rear of this bicycle. You can see they definitely shaved away some good amount of carbon for the seat posts on here. They made the back end seat posts much skinnier as well, so they have to change where the battery went into, which is the down tube of the bicycle, which we'll talk about in a second. But they basically took an all-around bicycle, their Super 6 bike, and they just basically made it an elite climbing aero weapon. They still have the System 6, but this bicycle, they say, is very aero, capable of doing whatever you want with the bicycle, and also very lightweight. I mentioned before they have a Lab 71 model, which is like their top tier, just a couple grams lighter, and they say that's their top tier stuff. But this bicycle right here for $8,300 for everything it comes equipped with is a really good deal. So we'll go through this whole entire bicycle and talk about the spec as well. Keep in mind it's $8,300 and they're advertising this bicycle as OCLV 800 series by Trek, S-Works carbon. They say Lab 71 is going to be above all the other stuff, but that's for you guys to judge as the consumer. So starting off with the cockpit, we have on here a Vision Trimax Aero Bar carbon fiber. This bar is really high end. I think they go for about $480. A very nice carbon fiber bar. They're not skimpy on bars by any means. You'll see other companies kind of put like a basic or a third party company on there. Vision is a very nice handlebar with integrated cables on there as well. And then they run through the handlebar and then down to the stem right here. For the group set, it's going to be Shimano Ultegra Di2. 12 gears in the rear, 2 in the front. It's a semi-wireless system. The group set, the front derailleur and the rear derailleur are cabled to a battery into the down tube of the bicycle, whereas up here they only have 2 hydraulic hoses for the brakes to go right there as well. You do have out front mounts compatible with the Cannondale stem system right here. You can run either a Wahoo, a Garmin. You can have a light down here. That all comes complete with the bicycle for $8,300. Going down here, we have their breakaway spacers and also their stack height for here. The one thing that I will say with Cannondale bicycles, motorcycle, the one thing I will say about Cannondale bicycles, they give a lot of stack here for consumers. 110, 210, 310, 40, 45. So about a 45 millimeters of spacers, and also a pretty high head tube as well. This is a little bit taller than traditional bikes, so if you are looking for a bicycle that looks good, but also want to be a little bit more higher and maybe other bikes don't go as high, this is an option for it as well. You have the integrated cables that go through the bar, and then they run underneath the stem right here. You see right there. So you're still able to change out stems. You're still able to lower the spacers if you wanted to without having to re-bleed the system, which is always nice. You break away these spacers right here. You put spacers on top there, which is always nice. Cannondale stem right here. You have their own Cannondale bar tape on here as well. Going down to the front, you have the nice skinny Cannondale logo right here and the nice Cannondale skinny frame. You have the bulged out fork to allow a wider tire clearance. The tires on here right now are a 700 by 25C, but you can go all the way up to a 700 by 30C tire in here. Not the crazy wide 32Cs that everyone's talking about, but a 30C will do just as fine. Remember, these are advertised as race bikes. These are supposed to be the highest end, the most top-of-line pinnacle bikes out there as possible. When you start going to 32s, we got to start thinking about to ourselves, guys, at what point is this tire becoming redundant? You're going ahead and making this bicycle super ultra lightweight. You're going ahead and making these wheels super ultra lightweight. You're buying a lightweight tire. Don't contradict yourself by putting a 32C on there. You know what I mean? So I'm riding 30s right now. That's just because I want the comfort. But this bicycle comes stocked with 25Cs on there, Continental 5000 STRs. For the wheel sets on here, these are Cannondale's hologram, brand new RSL 50s. These are the exact same wheels that you will get on a high mod EVO 1. These are the exact same wheels that you get on the Lab 71 as well. These are their brand new redesign, 50 millimeter deep dish wheel on the front, 50 millimeter deep dish wheel in the rear, bladed spokes with their own hologram hub as well. Now, this is where I kind of gave them crap about this in the past for the Lab 71, being the bicycle is $15,000. But going to this bicycle, which is $8,300, I think this definitely warrants a price tag on here for sure. These are their own hologram hubs, yes, and this is very normal for companies to go ahead and put their own branding hubs in there. But the internals are outsourced from DT Swiss. These are DT Swiss 240 axles and bearings inside of there that are very reliable. Same with the rear as well for the ratchet system, which is nice. So you have parts that every mechanic is pretty much known for or known with. You have bearings that are very reliable and withhold the DT Swiss name. So that, by industry standards, is very nice. Bladed spokes for the aero qualities. A 50 millimeter deep dish wheel is very nice. I don't know the exact weight on there. They are tubeless ready and they are hooked, which makes them even better. Going to the rear of the bike, we have this beautiful kind of, I think it's like their Momo pattern, which is only really designed by Cannondale right now. I think it's just a different layup for the carbon fiber, but it's a good looking touch. I mean, you got this all matte black bike with kind of like this different weaving of carbon fiber, which is pretty cool. You have the UCI sticker right here. This will be a junction box, I believe, if maybe it was Campy or old 11-speed Di2. Not too sure, maybe mechanical. For the water bottle cages, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Different placements for here as well. I believe a buffering zone, so whatever you put here, maybe like a tool, it doesn't scratch against your frame. Nice, beautiful Cannondale logo going down to the bottom. For the cranks on here, it's going to be an Ultegra crankset, 5236 12-speed crank with Ultegra front derailleur as well, and the Ultegra XT chain 12-speed as well. For the rear cassette, it's going to be an 1130 Ultegra rear derailleur with an Ultegra cassette and Ultegra rear derailleur. Beautiful rear derailleur, beautiful cassette. I'm seeing much more people opt in. I know it sounds really stupid, but that Ultegra group set is literally 200 grams heavier than Dura-Ace and does the exact same thing just for a different paint job. It is. I did a video where I compared everything 1-to-1, Ultegra versus Dura-Ace, cassette, rotors, everything, and it was only like 200 grams, which is crazy. But it is very nice. Going over to this side is a threaded bottom bracket, like I mentioned before, a BSA threaded bottom bracket, with just a Shimano bottom bracket here. Now, I said before that the seat post is very skinny. The down tube for the frame is very skinny. If you look at this bicycle, it's a very skinny bicycle from the rear. You're seeing companies like Pinarello, like Cannondale, and with the Tarmac SL8, where they had to redo the internal seat post wedge for this thing for a battery, for a Di2. If you guys did not know, Shimano Di2 batteries go inside the seat posts. So for here on Cannondale, they actually put the battery inside the down tube. So you'll be running the wires from here, and from here and connects into here as well. That way you're able to keep this very skinny seat post, this very skinny body frame as well for the bicycle. Not only does it add for aerodynamics, but it also adds for compliancy when this is skinny like this, and that little piece right there as well to make it a little more skinny. I think you have a trap door right down here. Yes, you do. Right there at the bottom where you can go ahead and get to the battery if you need to, which is very nice. And then for the rotor in the front and the rotor in the rear, we have a 160 millimeter Ultegra rotor, and we have a 140 millimeter Ultegra rotor in the rear as well. For the rear wheel, the wheels are not staggered. It's the exact same 50 millimeter deep dish wheel as the front. And then for the saddle, it's going to be a Pro Lago NDR saddle. Nice wide cutout, very comfortable. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. This is the Cannondale Super 6 EVO High Mod 2, $8,300 with Ultegra Di2. They're top line wheels and nice Vision carbon fiber handlebar. Let me know what you guys think about this bicycle down below. I will be having on the channel very soon the $5,500 model, this Super 6 EVO with Ultegra Di2, which I think is a steal of a deal, but we'll talk about that in another video. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, here comes the free buy sound test on this hologram 50 millimeter deep dish wheel. Excuse my truck. You know what? Okay. It's not going to work that good. I'm just going to run like this. There we go. That is a very nice engaged hub for what you want to spend on a bicycle. That is a very nice sounding hub on there. Anyways, guys, that's going to do this for the video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.